What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I know I am. I'm all caffeinated up because, as of just 5 minutes ago, Coffee Brand Coffee launched our double calf blend. This is an Ethiopian blend, which is my favorite by far. I normally drink 002, but this is the double caffeinated that so many people have been asking for because they're drinking like super caffeinated stuff. We obviously have it in whole bean and ground. Promo code quartering will save you 5% today. Love to get a bunch of people to try the double calf so we can get our reviews stocked up. Chris Pratt mocks. I'll leave a link in the description, by the way, to the double calf. If you don't like double calf, we have a zillion other coffee, teas, and cocos that I'd love for you to try. Chris Pratt mocks woke critics of the Terminal List by touting audience stats. 1.6 billion minutes streamed so far. Now, Chris Pratt, obviously, if you've been following, this channel, you know that critics don't like him in general. And unfortunately, it really seems like it's based on a lie. It's based on the fact that because the guy goes to church, this is the connection that a lot of these critics make. I'm not kidding you. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Chris Pratt is the best, actor I've ever seen. To be honest, it's hard for me to not see Chris Pratt, even though he does play kind of a variety of characters. I kind of see him as Chris Pratt and everything he plays. But, because the guy goes to church, he is first of all, they assume he's conservative, which is ridiculous. I live in the Midwest and church is about as diverse politically as anywhere. And then they also assume that he's a huge Trump guy. Evidence? None. Just because he goes to church. I'm not kidding. They dug up all this stuff on his old church, and they're like, "Oh, the church you went to did some bad things a billion years ago, and so therefore you must also co-sign this stuff." It was all ridiculous. At the bottom line, people pay money to see Chris Pratt because they like him. Jurassic World, or whatever this latest Jurassic Park movie was, abysmal. Still made a bunch of money in the movies because people love dinosaurs and people love Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt has a message for the woke reviewers of his new Amazon Prime Video project called The Terminal List, which has received negative critic reviews despite the audience being overwhelmingly receptive to the Navy SEAL-focused thriller. Pratt shared a link to a Daily Mail report comparing The Terminal List to Yellowstone, which is another critically panned drama series that audiences absolutely love. The title reads, "The new Yellowstone, Chris Pratt's new Navy thriller, The Terminal List defies woke critics' scathing reviews to fire up the ratings charts with 1.6 billion minutes streamed." Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. People just want to be entertained. They want to drink their delicious Coffee Brand coffee, tea, cocoa, or coffee, and just be left alone to enjoy a show. Now, I haven't got around to watching The Terminal List yet. It's on my watch list. I want to watch Banshee and then the Jack Reacher TV series. I keep seeing clips for it that look pretty cool. I kind of want to watch that. But ultimately, people just want to be entertained, especially now. Like, everyone's so sick of the doom and gloom, and everyone's so sick of the message that they just want to be left alone to enjoy their television, even if it is mindless. You probably wouldn't be shocked by some of the shows that I watch that are just trash TV. I love it though. I watch a show now where it's called like Mama's Boy or something, where like these guys have these like their relationships, their moms are way too tight, and like it's just cringe trash television. But you know what? After staring into the doom factory that is the internet all day long, sometimes I just like to go upstairs and turn my brain off. The actor posted an article to his Instagram stories over the weekend, followed by a photo of Dr. Evil from Austin Powers franchise with the caption, 1.6 billion minutes, reiterating just how popular the project was with fans. The Terminal List follows Pratt depicting a Navy SEAL commander, James Reese, as he embarks on a mission to find out who terminated his platoon and get revenge on them. Rotten Tomatoes reports an average rating of 40 out of 100 from critics, however, a 94 out of 100 from viewers. And one of the most hilarious reviews comes from Daniel Feinberg, of The Hollywood Reporter described as, quote, the entertainment equivalent of a charred hockey puck with the same limited range of flavor and aesthetics. But the audience doesn't agree. Quote, as a veteran, I appreciate their efforts to make as realistic as possible. One Rotten Tomatoes reviewer wrote. Several other reviewers said the show depicted the military as it really was rather than the typical Hollywood version. Quote, an awesome show. Chris Pratt is fantastic. As a non-right winger, this show is for everyone. Another agreed. Quote, it's a universal truth that Rotten Tomatoes critics hate it, and the audience loves it. Over 95% positive, then it's a guaranteed hit. That's the case here. The show was excellent. One of the few new shows that I had to binge because you wanted to know what happened next, someone else shared. Also saying, great TV series. Awesome to see modern production show real men and some traditional values like loyalty, courage, duty, family, overcoming hardship. Hope studios take note of what the publics really want in total opposition to the critics who are mainly elitist ideologues, one reviewer wrote. The official Instagram page for the show shared last month that The Terminalist was the #1 show on Prime Video. Like, although I'll say I don't really know, I don't really know if being the #1 show on Amazon Prime is really anything to write home about, because they just don't have that many shows that are exclusive to Amazon Prime. But what this means is there is, tides are shifting. We've known this. I mean, you could see most entertaining thing on streaming. Shocking. It's on Amazon. Love the books. Love the show. Well done. And here's another example. Shockingly, people like movies and television shows that are faithful to the source material. We see this now with The Lord of the Rings, even though they don't necessarily have access to all the source material. We see them, not really caring about it. All these 5-star love the books, excellent show, fun to watch, awesome action thriller with the best actor currently. Critics, as usual, got this one wrong. Outstanding series. Another author, Jack Carr, by the way, who wrote the Terminalist novel, on which the adaptation is based, spoke about the discrepancy on Tucker Tonight in early July, saying it seems to have triggered quite a few of those critics. We didn't make it for critics. We made it for those in the arena. We made it for the soldier, the sailor, the airman, the marine that went downrange in Iraq and Afghanistan. Carr, a former Navy SEAL, continued. The contrast between critics and viewers is reminiscent of the reaction to Yellowstone, a Paramount Plus comedy or cowboy show starring Kevin Costner. Directed and mostly written by Taylor Sheridan, Yellowstone was an instant hit with viewers despite being dubbed, quote, anti-woke. However, the thing is, nowadays, when like in particular, like conservative or right-leaning websites are describing things as anti-woke, I don't really think that means it's quote unquote anti-woke. I think it means it's normal entertainment that doesn't concern itself overly with an underlying message or pushing some sort of agenda. However, it failed to find the same success within the Hollywood industry after being snubbed at the award show despite pulling more than 10 million viewers. This is Yellowstone. The Terminalist stars Marvel and Jurassic World superstar Chris Pratt, who has been put under the microscope in recent months over his alleged political beliefs, though Pratt has literally never discussed them openly. Pratt is a devout Christian and was caught in a controversy over his beliefs, because his church said some things that a zealous actor, didn't agree with, and they wanted some clout. And it's, many have used this controversy to imply Pratt was a supporter of Trump, even though the actor never personally indicated any kind of support and reportedly donated to Barack Obama's campaign back in 2012. I don't feel represented by either side, he told Men's Fitness back in 2017. I really feel that there's common ground out there that's missed because we focus on things that separate us. The show trailed Netflix's sci-fi teen tale Stranger Things by a large margin, as a worldwide hit still led the pack with 4.8 billion minutes of viewership, but the data showed a large drop-off for the show over the billion minutes as of previous week, as it watched for 5.9. Netflix is the Umbrella Academy, which stars Paige, continues to rank highly among most watched, blah, 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 blah. Amazon Boys also run... Oh, that's on Amazon. Okay, The Boys is on Amazon with 1.1 billion. So it's significantly bigger than The Boys. And Amazon's starting to put a nice little package together for their viewers. And, I would say keep supporting shows that care about the fans and want to support you. The more you view it, the more and the more you ignore the other garbage, the more they'll have to cater to you. By the way, again, welcome double caffeinated coffee to Coffee Brand Coffee. I hope you'll give it a try today. It's more of a lighter roast. It's got blueberry cupping notes with vanilla and raisin. But I think it's also gonna wake you up nicely. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.